And that has been answered by a Nature's Prophet, Venge, and Mirana for Lord Darcy. So early doors, having a look at these two teams. Again, I think any kind of Slardar Witch Doctor opening is pretty strong. We actually see a Phoenix picked up as well.
Radiant team pick.
I quite like that pick versus the Nature's Prophet. It's pretty easy to take care of his trees.
Dire team.
Yeah, I was trying to acclimatise myself to this draft. Man, this draft went super quickly. I mean, for those who aren't aware, these are two teams that do typically face off against each other quite often, so they know what they like. They know what they like to run, what they like to play, so wasting no times on those bans and picks. But yeah, Windrunner, again, great against Phoenix.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay against Slardar. But I mean, running Avenge, Windrunner, Prophet, it's kind of a dirty push strat coming out.
Yeah, and this Mirana will probably rush the eggs like we've seen in a couple of previous games this patch. I think.
Yeah, I think that's the strongest way to play her. To stick her in that safe lane. Always good with like a... something like a Vengeful Spirit as well. I think it's probably going to be offlane Prophet, mid Windrunner, safe lane Mirana, although I guess the Windrunner and Mirana are somewhat interchangeable. So DDT, 2 picks to go, having a look at what they'd like to pick up. Slardar, Witch Doctor, Phoenix. Have a lot of initiation, have a bit of team fight as well, but they have no really...
Control?
Yeah, no control, no kind of single target lockdown either.
There's a good control hero.
There's a good control hero.
Phoenix ulti as well as Witch Doctor. That's a nice combination.
Yeah, so they're kind of drafting a bit of wombo, bit of team fights. Yeah, something to pair with the Void, I guess, would be nice. Something with a bit of right click. That's kind of what they're lacking at the moment. I'm interested to see whether or not... I guess they are going to have to play that Phoenix as a support, and then... I mean, they could play Void in that carry role as that safe lane farmer, but I imagine we might even see dual lanes coming out. Phoenix not the greatest dual laner. Certainly a greedy pick, but might be able to get away with it.
Yeah, aside from the Chronosphere as well as the Slardar Bash, they don't have a lot of stuns on the side of DTT, so they might be looking to pick someone who has some kind of lockdown, maybe a Bat Rider, or at least something spammable. They could even go back into a Lion. Oh,
okay, it's going to be a PL, okay. Not the greatest synergy with Void, but certainly works well with the Slardar. Also, pretty good matchup mid against the Windrunner, but we've seen the Juicer.
Medusa, I actually really like Phantom Lancer versus Medusa.
Yeah, I think PL versus Medusa is pretty good. It depends what kind of start she gets. It'll be interesting to see whether or not this is a safe lane Juicer or a mid Juicer. But it does condemn Mirana to that support position, perhaps.
Yeah, and she might look to go for the Ags as the first time and just build up to it slowly, or she could just leave it and ignore it, like as if it weren't 6.97. Otherwise, there's no strength heroes on the side of Lord Darcy, so aside from the Mana Shield, they're a pretty squishy lineup, and when Phantom Lancer gets the Diffusal Blade, Medusa's still going to die pretty fast in the early game.
10 seconds.
So for those who are just tuning into the stream, we'll give a quick caveat. I was literally told 15 minutes ago we were casting this, and I've yet to set up the actual casting. I've yet to actually set this up, so if there is any issues with the stream, any issues with... I know there's some stream delay issues. I think these guys will be alright, but I mean obviously for future there will be. And I'm also seeing that we are... it shouldn't be. We are going. We are ready to go. I'm just going to make sure that Rory can be heard in the game. Alrighty, Rory, you can be heard now in the game as well. So we're ready
Fantastic.
to go. Yeah. So this is Digital Bunker Esports Tournament. Brought to you by Kai Studios. Lord Darcy taking on DTT. What an absolute banger of a first game. And we have a pretty interesting draft. I'm interested to see how this juicer does fare. Make sure you let us know in chat who you think's going to win, who you think's going to take this one out.
Aside from the Venge, I'm just noticing that the side of Lord Darcy doesn't really have so much in the way to save the Medusa if she is jumped on. They've just kind of got to rely on the Medusa being able to get out of there herself with her ulti or mana shield and just running away. But otherwise, they've only really got the swap to jump in and help the Medusa out if she's engaged on. Unlike DTT, where pretty much any of the heroes that jump, you've got the Phoenix that'll come in, a Void that could come in, a Slider that could come in, even the Phantom Lancer. So it's definitely a lot more mobile and easy to fight with.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be an issue of Medusa going to PL. I think if Medusa gets a good start, she can continue okay, but again, not perhaps the greatest synergy with the Void. You do have the Void, obviously, for the lockdown. It can help with picking off heroes like the Prophet, but in terms of just synergizing with the rest of the team, maybe not there. Although, obviously, I mean, not there outside of their ultimates, right? Outside of, like, a Witch Doctor's ultimate, or set up for a Phoenix Egg. I mean, they're the obvious setups, but there's no real physical damage, or right-click physical that's going to come in during that Void Chrono. Alrighty, looks like we have ourselves a game. None of these players are tagged up correctly, but I won't bother going through them, because they in fact not tagged up correctly, as we get a bit of ping, bit of packet loss as well, and it looks as though we are going to see that Mirana work her way up to the offlane.
That ward coming up from the Phoenix, scanning out that area. They'll see the ward coming in and they might look to de-ward it later on.
Aggressive early ward, give a bit of vision. Mirana's keen on that vision game as well.
Interesting. I like that ward. I don't really see that ward placed so often. This one near the tier 1 on the Radiant side. It's it gives the good vision that the Radiant offlane wants, and not a very common place to de-ward from. Usually you'd look for the east around this area, or yeah, and disconnect from Xrag.
Another pause. This game doomed to get underway. Welcome to everyone who was watching in the chat. G'day, Fat Matt Splats. Got some international viewers here. Well, international in the sense that you're not in New Zealand.
Are you sure the fuck? I never mind. I for whatever reason the stream is offline on my thing.
Well,
like I just see it as offline. Your stream.
Bad luck. You can't can't watch
Is it
this.
at Ride Hunter Dota, or is it on a different?
It is on twitch.tv/Kai Studios at the moment.
Ah, that would be why.
Yeah, that would be why. But nice subtle plug. I enjoyed that, Rory. Make sure you check me out personally at twitch.tv/RideHunterDota. But more importantly, Kai Studios tomorrow night as well. We've got our second episode of Kai Time. Make sure you join in that one. But yeah, looks like this Mirana is going to start herself off in the offlane. She's got the Iron Talon and a couple of clarities as well. So I imagine she's going to spend a lot of her time around the
Is she gonna be cliff? Nah, she wouldn't cliff.
I don't think. I think can you still do the old way where you can kind of like force
you can leap
yourself
onto the cliff, and then you can take both the ancients as well as the camp that's there. I mean, that could be something that Mirana would do if someone else would take over the offlane, but it looks like she will be still up there, and she doesn't want to just leave it for free farm for their Slider. Otherwise, if she's having a tough time, she can always go back into that if she really wants to.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Xrag, just seeing the Phoenix Switching spot. Oh, he's going to block off the camp actually with that sentry wall. That's actually going to screw with the Mirana a little bit.
Yeah, she's not able to. I mean, as an offlane Mirana, you do kind of rely on being able to get that arrow onto that hard camp, but won't be afforded the same luxury. Bottom lane, it's going to be the Void up against the Vengeful Spirit as well as the Medusa, so not going to be the easiest time for the Void. A lot of early damage coming out, but I am interested in watching what happens in mid lane. Xrag comes through with a level 1 Sunray. Is just going to get right-clicked back, though, from the Windrunner.
And she might actually look to get a kill here. She might have a level 1 power shot, but no, she's not going to get enough damage from the right-clicks.
Needed, I think, 2 more right-clicks, and then if connected with the power shot, probably goes down. But Miggel.Z on that PL.
Oh, and look at that ward. The sentry ward just out of range of that observer ward.
Oh, wow, that is really unlucky.
From Dipsy. From Fury, sorry.
Well, it was now starting to collapse on that Mirana. It did take arrow at level 1, not level 2, no lead. Sunray's going to come through, give them vision. And I think this is going to be a first blood here. Oh!
First blood goes to Phoenix.
The Phoenix picks it up.
It's a nice kill to get before the level 2 comes in from Mirana.
Yeah.
It's going to just make the lane so much harder to get the XP.
Just kind of exposing that innate weakness of going the greedier arrow at level 1 when you zoned out that one on lane.
Denied. Illusion.
And Void actually picked up level 3, so certainly winning the battle of these two offlaners. Principally because we do have Boonz up in the jungle. He's got Iron Talon on that Nature's Prophet. That is super, super fast in terms of the jungling. But again, you do have to make sacrifices in your lanes. And the sacrifice here is that the Mirana gets a little bit less and the Void gets a little bit more. So heading into the mid game certainly would favour the Dire side. As we see a little tussle here between Mirana and Phoenix.
And she might actually look to go for the Ancients here. She's lost her lane and she's just going to stack them up for the Medusa later on probably. Or herself, who knows. I'm still keen to see the cliffing Mirana. I think it's actually pretty strong, especially with the arrow which you can just fire across the river into the camp over here. And it guarantees the last hit because of the changes in 6.86, I believe.
Yeah. So again, as far as CS goes, they've decided to prioritise the Slider. Early blink from him is going to make, especially the Windrunner, her life awfully difficult, but also able to provide some of that early lockdown against that Medusa. But I'm curious to see just how early this Prophet looks to, or what build he goes and how early he looks to go in for the gank.
Yeah, but they have left this off lane completely open for the Slider just to free farm. I'm not sure if that's what you want to do. And Mirana, she is going to try for the D-Ward and she's not going to find anything there. But she will find it eventually and there we go.
Did you find the sentry ward? So
it was going to run out in just 2 seconds though, so unfortunate.
Xrags make the rotation. Again, only a Phoenix and a Void, not too much they can do. But 2 points in that Sunray, so that is one thing we didn't touch on in the draft. Is that max level Sunray and that Void ults, that Void Chronosphere.
Yeah.
Especially against the tankier hero, a tankier hero like the Medusa. Certainly going to be effective. But we do see the jump bottom actually. Vengeful Spirit gets the bash. Oh, the time lock from Void. Condemns the Vengeful Spirit, and the second kill goes the way of DDT.
I think actually bigger so the Sunray, if a good Chronosphere lands and you can get a Sunray on 3 of them, they'll all just melt to the damage.
Yeah.
Because they are a squishy team, and they're going to have to build for a tank. They're going to have to get armor and everything. Medusa, of course, is just going to have to forfeit going for early damage for other things like, I don't know, a Lincoln's and a Manta.
Bottom lane, Juice has got to be careful. Xrag's kind of sitting there in position.
Not sure if they have the damage or lockdown to kill the Medusa. She is close to the tower.
Yeah, Void's pretty close to that 5. He started off alright. But like you
Phase
mentioned...
boots up on nature's.
Oh, okay. So he did go that phase boots build, not anything greedier than that. So I thought maybe he might have looked a bit greedier, but again, he's found level 6. Pretty good timing for him. But we see that bottom lane, max level Sunray, just doing work against that Medusa. She has to either ferry herself out of Salve and a Clarity, which she chooses to do. But Miggel.Z is going to go top rune here. Oh, dude, the doppelganger. Oh, well dodged there from Mirana.
Sleep down, so
yeah, she might find herself in a bit of trouble as well. Meanwhile, at the back of the fight, Fury's going to go down. Boonz picks him up, and Miggel.Z sounds the retreat horn. He wants to get right out of there.
Well, no, good rotations from the side of LD. Getting those nice pickoffs, and escaping with all their lives.
So we are going to see the armlet build here from the Slider. So armlet into blink into something like a heart is the typical build-up. You might need to stop off for a BKB this game, perhaps, or again with the armor change, even with 6.87C, like the slight armor reduction when you are toggled on. Still very tanky there, as we see Medusa forced out of lane bottom. But yeah, still super tanky.
Arrow, oh, just missing Miggel.Z.
Playing with fire, has got that salve, but bottle corrode, so doesn't want any wasted efficiency. So early game, who do you think it's favoured? I mean, the big winner for sure has been this Nature's Prophet, who's had...
Yeah, so far the rating is leading a little bit in the farm in general. Blighter is on top of the net worth. But looking in the early game fights, I feel like LD just have a little bit more in the way of damage and early potential.
Prophet, TPing mid. Ooh. Looking now to go into Miggel.Z. Win run is actually pretty low, but Miggel.Z isn't going to be in a position to get out of there. No tangos or anything. Yeah, just going to go down to that power shot. So another good rotation. No tangos. No tangos, no quelling blade for the PL, and just goes down.
TZ, please.
Yeah. So a great break from that Windrunner.
But yeah, I do feel like it favours LD in the very early game, simply because things like Chronosphere that they'll probably try and fight around such long cooldowns, and LD can just keep fighting in that early stages.
Yeah.
When these fights are just coming out every minute or less. We also have quite a lot of damage with the Nature's Prophet going phase, as well as the ulti. Winner, of course, and Venge with the Wave of Terror.
Alrighty, so the next 10 minutes of the game, let's say up to about the 20-minute mark. What are the big ultis? What are the big... I mean, what are the win conditions for either side? I mean, realistically, probably neither team's going to win in the next 10 minutes. But what kind of action do you think we're going to see? I mean, the Juicer, for the most part, is probably going to spend most of her time farming the jungle off the map, because as soon as the Void hits 6, well, who has hit 6 in conjunction with the Phoenix, she can't really withstand that.
I feel like watching DTT is going to be quite interesting. If they can get off the big Chronosphere, as well as Phoenix ulti and everything, it can look for a very devastating fight. But if they can't land their spells, they don't really have a lot to then follow up with after that. Again, they don't really have a lot of lockdown. They've only got the Slider stun, which is melee range, and the Witch Doctor stun, which is okay.
Yeah.
Not so good for chasing down one target. Otherwise, they've only got the slow from Phantom Lancer. They're kind of relying on those spells, the Chronosphere and the Egg, and as well as LD overextending into them so that they can get these off.
If you guys have just tuned in, my name is Ride Hunter, casting with Rory. How would you like to be known by, Rory? I can call you by...
Just call me whatever you want. You can call me Honey if you really want
I'll
to.
call you Daddy, Kappa Pride. We are casting Digital Bunker, Kai Studios, bringing you this one. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. If you like this content as well, make sure you tune into Kai Time tomorrow night, the weekly talk show Where I actually haven't got a guest confirmed. Was going to be talking to Xrag, but they have since found out that they have a tournament. I think it's qualifiers for Starladder I-League on during the shows. So unfortunately, TBD on that their confirmation. But to this digital bunker as well. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. You can also go to digitalbunker.com.au. Don't quote me on that. But they are more than just esports. And Kai Studios is very grateful to be partnered with them. This is a $1,000 prize pool, so nothing to be sneezed at. Both these teams want it. But it is only the start, so have a look again in that mid lane. Fury with the no Maledict build. I mean, I kind of like Maledict against Medusa. Like, I feel like it's pretty nice, as the Medusa does reconnect. But the heal does allow for a bit of greater push, so...
Yeah, the heal will come in very handy against these heroes with a lot of burst and spamming spells like Power Shot and the Venge Stun.
Yeah.
As opposed to the Maledict, which is more if they can actually get a lot of damage off, but again, they don't really have any, if it's not going to be a fight, they don't have a lot of long-ranged harass. Aside from the Phoenix, of course.
We do have the TP down from Void, it's smoked, and Medusa knows all about this. She's going to run away.
Radiant's top tower.
So no, she doesn't want to be part of that party.
Armlet finished off in the Slider.
Actually, they are going to jump bottom. They are going to get the Chronosphere as well as the Sunray onto that Medusa.
Oh, look at the damage.
Yeah.
He's just going to melt down. Can they actually get the kill? He's slowed down.
Go down, one more right click. It's going to go down there. They will trade. Well, they know. Xrag, I'm sorry, I thought it was going down. I thought it was a goner for sure. Xrag's a god looking now for a time lock. If Void could have bashed, would have got the kill.
No kill for him. Meanwhile, top lane.
Yeah.
Well, nothing's really going to happen there. Just a friendly old cloud.
So Slider opting for Armlet over Blink does allow you to sustain more in the fights, which it's his role as the safe lane farmer more than just the initiation. You normally just see the Blink crush from the Slider, and then he goes, you know, job's done. I'm going to get myself out of here. But that's not the case this game. He does have to be at least a source of right-click physical damage at some point during the game. So going into that Armlet Blink hearts. But Phoenix is almost level 6, so we almost have that egg. Actually, wait, do the wards give experience still?
Middle tower is under
Yes, they do. Only 25.
Yeah,
okay. I only got 25 experience. I thought she might have been able to get the level 6 off that, but
Radiant's top tower is
we'll have a look at those that net worth, and no real surprises. Slutter is your leader, number 1, but is closely followed by this virtually untouched Boonz Prophet. He's got himself that buckler, so early mech coming up from him more than likely.
Top lane. Wraparound coming from Miggel.Z onto the Mirana.
Yeah, the
Looking to go for
wraparound.
the kill here. There is a leap. She's got to dodge the Phantom Lance, though.
Yeah.
They have the damage. They don't have the follow.
And now I'm going to pull out. Okay, so she dodges the Phantom Lance.
Radiant's top tower.
But it looks like they're just going to trade tier 1 for tier 1 on the off lanes.
There is again, but they do just push quicker, so...
I might even look to get some damage on the tier 2 if they can't get the tier 1
yeah.
fast enough.
Dire's middle tower.
Venge only level 4
Radiant's top
at 11
tower
minutes. I was waiting, I was thinking, man, is the swap going to come out? But not this game, unfortunately. Well, not this time.
Sunray harass.
Yeah. But this is just how you do it with a Prophet. Prophet Medusa.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
Yeah, this tier 2 tower is already on half HP.
As the Chrono's actually going to come in. No one else kind of around, just almost to hold the Prophet in place more than anything. The Slander's going to come in, Blink Crush as well, so they're able to get the Sunray. No bash on Boonz. But they look like they're going to take down the Medusa. As the Phoenix, eggs in celebration.
Don't think ill of me.
Actually, sorry, that was to take down the... Wait, what? Sorry, that was to take down the Vengeful Spirit, that's right, second Vengeful Spirit did die.
Well, 2-for-1 trade. They did have to use a lot of spells for that, the Chrono, the Egg, and it is still an important kill to get on the Medusa this early. Stopping that farm, stopping that flow. I will look to get the tier 1 bottom as well now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And looks like LD, they're just going to go straight for the tier 1 top as well.
Yep. Good old trade, back and forth.
They know they can get the tower faster, and they can even try and get more damage on the tier 2 as well, just like the offlane.
Leap attack speed, so smart from Stranger. But yeah, so they are going to trade 1-for-1 here. It is always something maybe not great when you always trade to the Prophet, because just as that game goes later, the last thing you want is lanes that aren't pushed out against the Prophet. So he's finished up that mech, got the bracer as well. It'll be interesting to see whether or not he looks to transition maybe into a bit more right click. Maybe he goes back, picks up that Aghanims. But in terms of big items, the Slaughter's just picked up one. He's now got that Blink Dagger on top of that armlet, so he is immediately able to fight. In fact, they might even look at this Juicer.
Dire's top tower.
It's got his buddy Faceless Void in there as well. Chrono was on cooldown.
What's a Blink Crush? They might have the damage.
Yeah, I think they're going to be able to do it anyway. Blink Crush, and they come. Juicer does have her ulti up. She is going to pop it and get away maybe. Chrono up in 2 seconds. He could leap Chrono, but I think it's a little bit too much. And in fact, they are just going to force that Prophet rotation, so I think they'll be fine with that. Force the Prophet rotation. Or maybe they might look to go back in again this time. It's the Runner caught out. She's going to get Blink Crushed. Sunray's going to come through there as well. They're going to Chrono just... Chrono just to make sure.
Don't want to get her to Windrun away, but I'm not sure if they wanted to do that quite so early. They could have chased her under and tried to go for another kill.
Boonz on his Prophet spotted her.
They
they want to fight the Doppelganger or the Venge Star. Nice there from Miggel.Z. Turning on to that PL. Witch Doctor, in fact, he's going to drop it. Oh, the Death Ward's going to come through. Sunray as well. The Sunray from Xrag. So much work is being done. Stranger's kind of a no man's land.
Oh, he doesn't have his ulti.
Oh no, he doesn't. He's stick it. He's got stick. And oh, the double crush going to come out. They're going to catch the Vengeful. Mirana. No leap either.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I'm going to trade as well.
2,000 gold change.
Yeah, I mean that was just a complete outplay coming out from the Dire side. They're going to take down that tower. So Windrunner has picked up the Blink Dagger, but again, no real damage coming out from her yet. She is their net worth leader.
GCT, we're looking at Roshan. They do have the amplified damage, but I'm not sure if they want to take it yet. They have low mana on most of their heroes, and I don't quite want to fight them again with all their spells on cooldown.
The issue with Boonz, just as a Prophet in general, is there's so much catch from DTT. So much catch coming out. So PL has picked up that Diffusal. Gone there straight Diffusal Rush. So only 980 HP, but bottom lane we are going to see a smoke rotation come through. Still on level 6 on that Vengeful Spirit, almost 16 minutes into the game. But elsewhere we're actually going to see Windrunner. She might go down there. She's just going to look down at TP. Arrow comes through. Oh no. She cancels her TP?
Does forfeit her life, but she will pick up the kill. Actually, Mirana will get it, so
yeah.
Bit of a misplay by the Windrunner.
Oh, as the Blink Crush actually comes in. Mirana ulti pop there as well, but I feel like the Vengeful Spirit might just tick out. Fury says, we're not here to be pussies, guys. We're going right in. Fury's going to be able to right click him down. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the fight, Boonz TP's in.
They've got the finish.
Oh no!
Chrono coming out from DTT.
3-man Chrono comes through. Boonz is going to go down there. Caster's going to bounce through as well. So the Juicer, she might go down, but for sure the Mirana's already bit the dust.
Again, the Sunray coming through.
Yeah. Maledict, yep, gets the bash. 2 heroes that can bash. Pure RNG.
Get this tier 2 bottom if they push for it.
RNG right click gaming.
Pushed a little bit too far back, I suppose. Yeah, they're pinging out Roshan, they want it.
Yeah, with slight amp damage. Fury with the heals. And for LD, again, a greedy drafts. Unfortunately not coming to fruition just quite yet. That being said though, this Juicer, if she can get some farm, will match up okay. She can't go the normal. Lincolns into Skadi stats, but I think she has to go pick up S and Y into like a Maelstrom into Mjolnir even. I think that's the build this game.
Regardless, it's going to be a lot slower than the standard Medusa builds.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard for LD to even get to the late game, and if they can, I'm not even sure if they can last there. This is boy. He's got the Blink Vlad, so it looks like he is going for that kind of utility role.
Yeah. So what is Slardar? I mean, we've seen the Heart as kind of the meta pickup at the moment. Is that still the pickup that you see from Slardar in this game, or does he look maybe pick up a BKB?
I'm not sure if they want to go to BKB because a lot of the things that LD have go
Always
through
Void. Chrono leaps up, but he's just gonna blink in Chrono. Yeah, no way you get out of this, Marana.
They've got the damage.
Yeah.
And Void was the last hit.
Benefit of going blink on that Void.
Slardar middle lane, blink crush, or blink out from Windrunner.
Wow, that's clutch from the Windrunner, but she might have just overcommitted. Need the bash, need the bash, need the bash. No bash.
Reaction times on the Windrunner.
Yeah. Now we see that Windrunner, again she's not played on Axe, but no damage output. Unfortunately, hasn't really been her game so far. Hasn't really been any of the players for LD's game yet, other than I guess the Prophet. We do harp back on, but he has picked up the drums, so able to team fight a little bit better.
But yeah, going back to that conversation about BKB, this game, only really Shackle and Venge's Q are the things you want to be protecting it, because you're not really going to be able to dodge the arrow so much with the BKB. If you see it coming, you just walk away from it.
Yeah.
But things like Swap, Medusa ulti, and Windrunner ulti, they all go through BKB, and there's no real point doing that as opposed to just tanking up, getting the heart, stopping as much damage as you can from the Windrunner.
Have a look at these sentries from the Dire side through the river.
Yeah, they're really trying to get rid of their wards.
Yeah, they are.
And they actually do have, or Radiant actually have a D-ward up next to an Observer ward that they haven't yet seen.
Xrag just can't get that Observer. Oh, that would have been huge if you'd able to get that, but just out of range.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Slardar just gonna hit down this tower. They do have everything up.
He's actually gone. Okay, he's gone Vanguard Buckler, so he's going Crimson Guard, as opposed to something like a Heart. Again, I mean, like same idea in practice and theory.
Pretty much, yeah. Just tanking up, and the Crimson Guard actually, I agree with that a little bit more because it also helps out his team if Windrunner does decide to go for the quick pick off on a weaker hero. Just popping that Crimson Guard will just help his team out a little bit.
Windrunner. Gotta be careful. Void looking.
Boy.
Ooh, sneaky, sneaky.
They didn't see the Windrunner, or did they
blink. Oh. Playing with fire as Windrunner, but meanwhile, kind of just creating the space for mid lane. Prophet is going to be able to perhaps make a trade of some sort.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He should BOTs into the mid
Oh,
lane.
blink. There we go. Just able to pick off the Vengeful
the
Spirit.
Phoenix is actually in the Chrono, which is unfortunate for him, but they will get the pickup anyway.
As all looking for more as the Slardar. Gonna catch out that Windrunner, looking that Windrunner away, but
looks like they will get it with the Urn and the tick damage from the Phoenix. Yep, she'll go down.
yeah, Urn comes through as well.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Prophet's still going up the tower, and of course, Phoenix, not Phoenix, Phantom Lancer will TV back. as the rest of DTT will look to get this tier 2 bottom. So far, things are not looking very good for the side of LD. They haven't gotten anything go there this game. Only got 3 kills so far, versus their 17 on the side of DTT.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm not really sure what the play would be to make here. If you're LD, do you just smoke up and try to look for a pickoff, or just play as safely as possible, get as many wards as you can?
Oh, Prophet's okay. It's difficult because you want the idea. I mean, in theory, if you keep the lanes pushed out with say like the Prophet, then you can provide some more space with the Medusa. But with Medusa being such like a immobile carry, she's kind of just got to hit creeps till she's big, right? There's nothing else she can really do with the moment. Gets a nice shackle off, says look I can hit one. Doesn't really mean too much. Well, Slaughter's actually going to be first swap of the game, but the Crusher's going to come through, just impossible to kill. The Sunray's going to come through there as well from the Phoenix, and just a disengage coming out from DTT.
Chrono is up in 15, they might look to turn this around after the Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, they're going to see
back up.
They're going to see Prophet TP top, and this is going to be go time. Slaughter looking for the Crusher's going to catch 2. Oh, that's a disaster. Going to hit the Medusa as well. Chrono up now in 3 seconds.
He does have the blink available, he does have the... They're not even going to need to use it.
Yeah.
And there's no buybacks on the side of LD as well. They could look to take racks. At the very least damage it, and they've still got the Chrono Course.
2 away from the
Still got
dream.
the
2 away from the dream. Who'd have thought in a game that had been billed as certainly a close one. I mean, these are 2 of the top teams, if not the 2 top teams, as Faceless Void eats an arrow for his troubles. And it has been quite one-sided. LD certainly just an aggressive draft.
Radiant's middle tower has
Hasn't really paid off. Boonz on his Prophet's kind of been the one saving grace. Okay, there we go. So there goes an item, right? Eggs and Windrunner. Who can she pick? Probably not Phoenix.
Sorry, no, Ags is not up on Windrunner. She's way too underfun. Ags on Mirana.
Oh, Mirana.
It's actually quite interesting to see the offlane Mirana, who did die first blood and had a pretty awful time just rotating around looking for farm to get the Ags before Windrunner, the mid lane. Did okay.
And Atos now completed up on that.
Meanwhile, top lane, they might be looking to go on this Phantom Lancer here, but I don't think they have the damage. This could be a feed coming out, but no, Phantom Lancer just going to blink out. Easy escapes to him.
The blink pickup actually on the PL, so it allows him to get in and out of the fight a bit easy.
A defusal on Void now.
Wow, okay, just a lot of that juicer hate, you know?
Yeah. This does make a lot of sense for chasing and for, of course, taking away that mana shield.
Grana could be in a little bit of trouble. She just power shotted. They know she's there. Oh, just the blink Chrono just committed. And this is...
Windranger, she's gonna go down here. Doesn't look like there's anything she can do.
Your chronology
She's down for 45 seconds. DTT, they can just move around, do whatever they want, really.
One more away from the dream. The dream watch is here.
They're just so fun. I mean, looking at the net worth, the top 3, Slaughter, Phoenix, not Phoenix, Slaughter, Phantom Lancer, and Void. Even Fury, who's usually last in net worth, is above Vengeful Spirit. The Manta has been picked up, and Void might actually look to just jump on this.
Void's gonna jump, yeah. Looks to get a time lock as well. Although a nice 4-star throw from Boonz.
He needs another time lock, he's not gonna get
it.
Unfortunate for him, he won't get the kill, but he did do a lot of damage. He does reveal that diffusal blade on him.
You're always saltier if you're the Prophet and you get bashed in that situation. Like, I mean, the Void can be like, okay, I did bash, that's whatever, but if you're the Prophet and you get bashed, yeah, that actually just sucks. Juice is gonna TP in that bottom lane. She does have that Manta style up.
Yeah, actually, good choice not to go for the diffusal because they don't really have a lot of things on the side of DTT that will need to cancel the linkers. They've only really got the Witch Doctor stun as well as a Phantom Lance and Slider ulti, but they're all pretty spammable and not huge spells that you're going to be wanting to block. So
Yeah, for sure.
Time is money.
As you see, a bit more like just passive play. They don't want to overextend. Have a quick look at that gold graph. They have a 12k gold lead, but not really looking to push it.
and experience 16k as well.
They just
Looks
have
like a big
such
fight
good,
is going to be happening top.
yeah, they just have such a good team fight. I think they just wait till they're on the high ground.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. But she was an Ace Prophet, just TP bot. He doesn't have a TP available for another 12 seconds. He'll look to try and push out the lane as much as he can, but he's not even going to make it to the tier 2, I think,
Radiant's
before
top tower has
DTT
fallen.
might look to push Rax.
Come.
Roshan is coming up in the next couple of seconds. Or, yeah, about 15 seconds.
Max respawn
So-
timer.
Yeah, they could look to take that before they push high ground. Yeah, you can just see how dominant DTT has been playing this game. Just because they're all farming on the Radiant side of the map. They've got 2 in the jungle just alone. They've got Fury. He's alone, by himself, just roaming around the secret shop.
Yeah. Let's pick
They
some stuff
know
up.
that- I mean,
Yeah.
they have the vision. They know that they're safe, but they also know that they can't really do anything. LD. And yeah, it will be the Roshan. They'll take it pretty quick.
So Aegis, I imagine, on
Has
the
fallen
PL?
to the dark.
Okay. I don't know, the PL or Slatter. I guess PL. In terms of Aegis carriers go, it's pretty good. So he's picked himself up that Vitality booster. So it looks like we're going to get a hard out from him, whereas the Slatter, he's just holding on to 4.4k. He says, I'm net worth leader. Don't need to spend my gold.
He wants to be at the top of all the statistics, current gold as well.
Yep.
You know, our top lane Fury, he's got the Death Wall. He's going to just go on the Nace Prophet, but he will spread out. They don't really have any way to stop this. They did use the stun ray, so he'll just TP out.
Yeah.
Death Wall committed.
Very difficult pick. Has to get kind of ridiculously lucky with those bounces if he gets a kill there, Fury. Especially with only 1 point in Maledict. Not even sure if... but
Yeah, bit questionable, but you know, it's a resource that they don't really need.
Mirana, double Starstorm.
Interesting play. They've got the blink forward on the Phantom Launcher. They might love to go for the kill, but Mirana ulti just comes through. They don't have the Slider there, so no amplified damage for the vision. She'll just blink to the exact same spot. Eggs is now complete on the winner, so no longer.
Although she might find herself dead. Oh, that is a great chrono. Just caught her on the outside. If there's any other melee heroes coming in,
Picking up the kill.
they're gonna get one.
The
Yeah, they get 2 as well.
Double kill for the Phantom Lancer. And again, Nate's Prophet, he's just going to look to try and push out the lane as much as possible while DTT just kill their base.
High ground push time. In fact, they might look to just jump in. They're gonna catch that Mirana out. The ult comes through there from the Juices. Is gonna put the Faceless Void into stone. Ironic, because he doesn't have a face. Therefore, how can he face her?
Just
Dota
not so
2 lore,
fast.
please.
Amplified damage with the 2 diffusal blades. The Mana Shield just won't save her.
Radiant's middle tower
And this
is
looked like
under
this is just
attack.
going to be GG. LD, they just don't have anything they can use to fight in anymore. Even if they do get a good swap into the tier 4s, they don't have anything else to stop DTT from pushing in and to kill the person that they've just dropped in.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
DTT,
attack.
they've still got the Aegis, I believe, yeah, on the Phantom Lancer, and a Heart as well. They're not killing him anytime soon.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
AC the pickup for Slatter.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Actually, a very good pickup. Now Winrunner does absolutely nothing
Yeah.
once he gets the AC, of course.
Radiant's
Well, she already does
middle
nothing, but with the AC as well. Too much armor,
Literally
not
no
enough
damage. Literally no damage. jump in from Void. And he's going to time lock away, but the reinitiation from Slider, great bash down the Windrunner, is going to get swapped out, and the Venge is going to take on for the team.
Not used.
He had no mana, he jumped in, and then realised he had no mana, although he does have it now, looking to jump in on that Windrunner. Gonna get one, gonna get that Juicer as well, 3 to 28. Yeah, that's the GG out there from the Mirana. And DTT,
Nice ulti.
showing LD how it is done.
Dire victory.
What a dominant game. 3-2-8 is the final score.
Yeah, that's DDT take a well-deserved victory. This is meant to be a lot closer, I think, on paper. LD going down.
Medusa 0-6-0. Unable to find any farm, unable to get anything back.
Yeah, they juiced the last pick into a PL at a great start. Not sure what that was about. But regardless, you guys have been watching some Digital Bunker Dota. Remember, this is a $1,000 prize pool.
Good night.